in years past, pretty much this is what everyone else does. Looks on Jungle Scout, looks on Amazon, and goes around and tries to find, crunch the numbers, and try to find a good idea. That might have used to work. But basically, what we do is we look on other sites, Etsy, Kickstarter, Pinterest, Google, Instagram, look elsewhere. So that's kind of the spiel. That's kind of our philosophy. And we have inside the course, we have a list of tons of other sites that you should be looking on as well. In combination with that, it goes with the whole philosophy of differentiation. So as I said before, what I have found in my years of Amazon selling since 2015, my most successful products have been the ones that are the most unique. So this product research process, this 12 steps, it's not an exact science. It's kind of, it's an exercise to get your mind jogging, to see weird niches out there on the internet that you might not have known about before, that you might not have seen before, functions and features that you never could have fathomed. So this is a 12-step exercise that I have inside the course that is an exercise for, jogging your brain for unique product ideas and how to take existing trending products and make those products better in some way. And you can ask me questions about any of this during or after. Let's see, coming up soon. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so I have this cheat sheet here. This is available inside my ebook. You get a copy of this. And this goes hand in hand with everything I'm about to say. I created this myself, and it's a home that I've developed over 5 years to kind of keep track of your research and organize everything, take notes, and check off these key metrics that we're looking for. Basically, making sure it's not too competitive and there's good enough search volume where people are buying enough of this thing. We got to check those two things. So let's go back to the slides. So basically, where you start is you start by going wide. Step one here. So you browse different search areas. And those search areas are the different areas I talked about, different sites like Pinterest, Etsy, Alibaba, Kickstarter, whatever. So start one site at a time and just browse around the site. Use common sense, go to the different sections and subsections. And on day one, you're just browsing around that site and you're looking just around for products, anything that could potentially fit the private label criteria. And the private label criteria is anything that is relatively small. So I say can fit inside a shoebox, and that you can basically put your logo on it. And because that's what private labeling is. It's buying something that's already manufactured and putting your logo on it. But as I'll get to in a minute, we do a hybrid where we take things that are being manufactured and we customize them, add them, tweak them in some way to be unique so we can stand out on that page one of Amazon. So let's say we're just going through a website. When you see something that could potentially fit that, open it up in a new tab and then forget about it. And then keep browsing through the site. Open it up in a new tab and then forget about it. And then keep browsing through the site. Open something up interesting in a new tab and then forget about it. I say this because too many people, after their first, little while of browsing around, they get way too excited and then they go down a wormhole on that one third thing that they saw, and then all of a sudden it's hours later and they only looked at 3 different things. So that's why I've developed this system to go wide first. So open 30 new tabs before you go deep into any of these ideas. After you get 30 tabs open, then you're on step 2. Then go back to tab number 1 and go to Amazon and search the main keyword for that thing. So if it were a ice coffee mug, I'm just looking at my mug right now, then type that into Amazon, and we're going to do some quick number checking to make sure there's enough sales volume of people buying this type of thing and it's not too much competition. Checking for sales volume. You press the Jungle Scout Chrome extension tool. I'll show you that in a second. And look at the data there and check if there's at least 3 listings on page 1 doing more than $5,000 a month in revenue. If that's true, then okay, there's enough money flowing through this keyword. That checks out. Also look at all the listings, and if there are 5 or more listings with more than 1,000 reviews, I would say, whoa, that keyword is way too competitive. Let's skip that, forget it forever. Close that tab, forget it forever. If it does check out, keep that tab open. And keep that tab open and add that main keyword to the spreadsheet here. You would add that right here as the main keyword. Just add the main keyword. Don't add any of these numbers yet. And then keep moving on. We want to go wide, wide, wide as quick as possible. Go through all those 30 tabs, the ones that check out, add to the spreadsheet. And then step 3, keep opening more tabs after you've gone through the first batch of 30. Do that again and go through steps 1 and 2 again until you have 30 main keywords in your cheat sheet here, up here. All right, we just have 30 main keywords up there. And then step 4, you're going to go through those again, starting at number 1. And you're going to pop in this cheat sheet the exact numbers for those key metrics, like the number of listings exactly over 5K a month in revenue, the number of listings doing over 3K in revenue that have less than 200 reviews, the number of listings exactly with more than 1,000 reviews, and then a couple other metrics here, including sold by Amazon players, or by players that means listings. Sold by Amazon means that Amazon has partnered with that brand in a sense, and that they bought their inventory up front. That means Amazon like controls that listing, and it is kind of said that those listings have preferential ranking, which makes them a little bit harder to compete with. So we try to do a quick glance and make sure there's like not tons of sold by Amazon listings for this keyword. So that's a metric for that. And then also a well-known brands check. If there's a lot of name brands like, Adidas, Nike, Apple, those well-known brands, then that's hard to compete with. So it's just a check for that. And then also in step 4, what you're going to do is on Jungle Scout, let's open up good old Jungie. You are going to add sub niche keywords. So for example, if the main keyword is selfie case, you're going to list sub niche keywords, also known as long tail keywords or niche within a niche keywords. So more specific keywords down here. And these keywords are actually where the money's at. These keywords are where you're going to try to target your product to rank on page 1 for. Or the main keyword too, but it's common that the main keyword is a little bit more competitive, but some of these sub niche keywords are less competitive, and that's where we can rank easier And for many products, this is where the money's at. And or this is a better place to start getting your sales. If it does well on some of these smaller keywords, then you may start to rank for some of these bigger keywords. And by bigger, I mean higher search volume. So in Jungle Scout, let's log in. And go to the keyword explorer. You guys can still hear me, right? Everyone's still there. Payman, can you hear me? Hello? Is anyone there? Can you hear me? Just checking. Check 1, 2. So in Jungle Scout, go to the keyword scout. And let's say coffee, coffee mug is the main keyword. So we got coffee travel mug, coffee thermos. So the best sub keywords are the ones that are feature rich, which means it describes a specific feature that someone is looking for. Okay, I'm not sharing the screen anymore. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in the Jungle Scout keyword list, search the main keyword here, like coffee mug. And it's going to suggest a bunch of other sub keywords here. Can you guys see my screen right now and hear me? Just check in one more time. So the best keywords, the best sub keywords are the ones that are feature rich. They describe something. They describe a specific something or feature of that product that someone would be interested in. So keep looking through here. Ceramic coffee mug. That's one example of a sub niche keyword that's feature rich. It's a coffee mug that is ceramic specifically. Insulated coffee travel mugs. That's a sub niche, you know, within coffee mugs, you know. Funny coffee mugs, that's not ideal because it's not describing one specific thing. There could be many different types of funny coffee mugs, like have funny quotes. So the whole philosophy is you're trying to pin your product towards one of these very specifically. Here's a good one: spill proof coffee travel mug. So some sort of coffee mug that's spill proof. And so keep going through here and add like 5 good ones to the spreadsheet in this sub niche keyword here. Okay, so add them there. And then after you add the sub niche keywords, don't worry about the data yet. Just keep going wide. Okay, we want to add the minimal amount of information first, then go wide. So just add the keyword. And what does this say? Add the search volume. Okay, add the search volume for each first. So for example, we would add spill proof coffee mug. And then we would note the search volume for that, which is is this much. Bada bing, bada boom. And by the way, if you don't know how to paste on Mac, you do Shift Command Paste, and it pastes it in the same style as in this document. Otherwise, you get this orange. And then keep moving on. So you would do that for 5 good potential sub niche keywords. And then step 5, you're going to do that for all 30 in your sheet. Then step 5, go deeper and take more notes. So add all of this data here and start looking through other sites to take notes. So go to Amazon, go to Google, go to Pinterest, go to Etsy, Alibaba, Global Sources, other sites, and you're going to look into this niche here. So Pinterest.com. Another little hack is you type in on Chrome, you type in the website and then hit tab and you can search the site right from here. So coffee mug spill proof. So cool. So I'm looking at these coffee mugs, spill proof. Oh my God, what is that? I've literally never seen anything like that in my life. So there's an example. You're getting your eyeballs on weird ideas. And what I would do with that is instead of going down that wormhole, I would click that, open it as a new tab. Okay. And then do the process for it when I go through it. So it's kind of, this is my spiel of staying organized. And so, yeah, you're looking through here and you're looking for interesting ideas and basically trying to match a idea with a keyword that you find here on Jungle Scout. So let's say you find a new type of thing like this hanging thing. You would be like, wait, what is that called? Spill proof coffee mug holder. Okay. That's very interesting. So when I get around to it, I would see if that is on Jungle Scout. So I do Control F on my screen and I'm going to type in mug holder to see if it's there. Oh no, it's not. So then I would look it up and see if anyone's searching for this. So mug holder spill proof. And what's it going to be? And no one is searching for that. So there's many keywords that may be new, no one knows about yet, and there's low search volume. So you want to avoid targeting keywords that have this low search volume, which means close to none, which means not enough people are looking for this thing on Amazon, so you shouldn't sell it unless there's another keyword that we're missing out on, unless there's another word for that, and you can look at it. Oddity Mall. Hey, that's a great site to look for product ideas. So what we're going to do is we're going to open that in a new tab, and you're going to look around there later, but don't go down the wormhole. I actually have a Chrome extension called Wormhole. It's right here. Click it, and if you just avoided a wormhole, you click Wormhole Avoided. If you just realize that you've been sucked down a wormhole and you're just now escaping it, click Wormhole Got Me. And it says, stop getting distracted. Wormhole Avoided gives you 1 point, and you can kind of keep track of your score. I literally had a software developer make that. That's my first ever software product. Maybe we can launch it sometime. If you know anyone who wants to partner, let me know. So, okay, cool. Here's a coffee holder clamp. That's very interesting. So I would open that into a new tab, okay, and continue what I was doing. But for the sake of this, let's say mug holder clamp. And sometimes you just have to use your common sense of what you would search for this. This has some Doesn't have any keyword that I see right there, but clamp, you know, table clamp holder. Cup holder clamp, maybe. And press Control F. And is there any search word volumes with search words with clamp? No, there's none. Let's try cup holder clamp. Okay, cup holder clamp. We got one. Okay, we got 100 search. That's very small. Let's look at the graph just out of curiosity. Okay, pretty even over the last 90 days. Cup holder clamp. Okay, we got some cup holder clamps here. Here's one. Okay, here's the one. Is that the one that we found on Pinterest? Yep, it is. So when you see this and it's clearly a different brand, that means this is usually being made by a manufacturer. And this YOY is a private label brand. And if you were to ask me, I would say this is a Chinese-owned brand because they always have the weird brand names. So, okay, but interesting. Yeah, here's a weird niche, but here's another one. They're selling the same. See, this just comes from Alibaba. And another one, another Chinese brand, Zero. That's how you can spot a Chinese brand. They use random name generator. Same with this one, Twin CC. So anyways, I would totally close that and forget about mug holder clamp because there's not enough search volume. So totally forget about it. So if it's in the spreadsheet, that's all right. Just put a, so let's see, mug holder or cup holder clamp, 100. And then I would just cross it out. Too low. So boom, just like that. And yeah, so that's step 5. We have all of our ideas here in our spreadsheet, and we're basically looking through those. We're looking through each of these sub niches, and we're saying, okay, let's go deeper. So for example, here's another site you might want to go through and type in the coffee mug niche, because that's the main, niche that we're looking at. Coffee mug. And then, whoa, creepy fingers. See, this falls into the funny mug category. Avoid those, the novelty, like the R2D2 ones. You don't want to sell those. You don't want to sell those. Funny ones. These oddity sites, a lot of them just have funny stuff, but giant Moscow Mule mug, that's not in coffee, but okay, interesting. Giant is a feature-rich keyword. So yeah, and then you would go through like Etsy and do the same thing. Look for interesting sub niches inside this coffee mug niche. So coffee mug. That's also another place to get sub niche keywords. You just type it in the search bar, and what auto suggests. Yeah, pottery ones. And you look for interesting finds, and then cross-reference that with the Amazon search, Jungle Scout search volume, and try to match a product, a sub-niche coffee mug type to one of these specific keywords. These are all just not feature rich. You get me? Because they just say and have different designs. What you don't want to do in the private label game is just come out with a product that has a different design, because that design is not a feature, is not a functional feature. All right. Well, when I say feature, I mean functional features. the design of it doesn't improve the actual usefulness of the product. It might make it look better or be a funnier quote, but people aren't, there's no keyword for a certain design. You know what I'm saying? So we're playing the keyword game. This is Amazon SEO. We're putting our product in front of existing flood of shoppers that are already searching these specific sub niche keywords. That's the Amazon hacking game. That's the whole private label method. That's the whole ASM method. You know, if you want to give them credit to, you know, popularizing this, that's it. It's Amazon SEO. Same thing as Google or YouTube. You know, when a lot of YouTubers, they go to make a piece of content, they do the keyword research first and say, hey, what are people searching? All right, let's do a video for that. You know, and especially these longer tail keywords on YouTube. What are these long tail keywords people are searching? Let's do a video hyper targeted towards that long tail keyword because it has less competition. Same thing with Google. All different types of article writers and content writers, they look in their niche. Let's say their niche is, you know, how to run a sub 6 minute mile. And so they have a website all about that, and they're going to want to write an article. They're going to look up this keyword data within that niche, and they're going to target a long tail keyword for that niche. So they're going to write an article about how to run a sub-minute mile, you know, as a high schooler or something like that. Let's say, for example, someone was searching that. That was a long tail keyword. They're going to write an article on that. That way, they're definitely going to rank on Google for that keyword. And it's going to be hyper targeted towards the people that search that. Same thing for Amazon. So step 6, go back through each idea and just eliminate real quick, eliminate your least favorite ideas. So on the spreadsheet here, for example, this one, bad idea, just cross it out real quick. Or what you can do is you can click up here and you can do hide column, bye. And if you want to see it again, just click that. Hide column if you want to keep it clear, nice and clean. Kaboom. Step 7, so after you have this narrowed down to your top 5 ideas, you know, in your spreadsheet, you would have had 30 to 50 or 100. Brandon in 90-day FBA, he had 100. And this is taking you several days, a number of weeks. I recommend doing this whole 12-step, that whole 1 through 5, basically over the course of a couple weeks. And that is about 3 to 5 hours a day. So 15 to 20 hours a week. That's what we base our 90-day zero to no idea to launch course on, a 15 to 20 hour a week. So of course, like any side hustle, you know, you do it at your pace, but let's just keep everything, you know, based off of our 90-day timeline here. So you want to get to step 7, have your top 5 ideas narrowed down by the beginning of week 4. So 3 weeks of totally looking around, and then at the end of week 3, you're narrowing it down. And by the beginning of week 5, so the beginning of month 2, that's when you want to have your product ideally chosen. So you want to be down to like step 8, message suppliers. Some students have had that done by in week 5, some students week 6. So just giving you an idea of the timeline here. So step 7, you have your top 5 ideas, and then you're looking even deeper. You know, you're asking friends, hey, what do you think about these 3 ideas? You know, you're asking your mentors, you're posting in groups. Obviously for 90-day FBA, you talk about your ideas in the weekly Zoom calls. You know, you ask us in the group chat, what do you think about this idea? Blah, blah, blah. and you're going way deeper. You're going on Alibaba, so alibaba.com, and you're going to search these sub niche keywords, these very specific ones. Let's say you found out that the spill proof was a great keyword that you could target. You're going to type that in, and you're going to look real deep for new interesting models that ideally are not on Amazon. So spill proof coffee mug, we would search that on Amazon, and yep, it's right here. And we're looking through here, and let's say we see something that's very interesting. We would go, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Let's say, you know, that, whatever. Okay. That potentially fits my sub niche keyword very well. Let's see if it's on Amazon. Look through Amazon and see if that same exact model is on Amazon. Most of them are going to be on Amazon already, but some of them are not going to be. Okay, so that's one thing that you're looking out for. If it's already on Amazon, you know, don't sell it unless you have an idea to change the product or make it better. So basically for these top 5, we're going deep on Alibaba, and we're looking, and as you can see, it goes really deep. Let's see, and I found a unique product idea one time on page 50 of Alibaba. So go really deep. Like, this is kind of boring, but if you can sit through 4 hours of college, 4 years of college lectures like I did, and that's just college, before that it was 10 more years of school. If we can finish school, then we can definitely do this for a few months. You know what I'm saying? And this, actually helps you make money instead of just have to go out and get a job afterwards. So, I know it's tedious. I know it's boring, and that's part of the reason why we, decided to start our, weekly mastermind, so you can have a little sanity check and kind of be talking with people who are doing the same exact thing. So, okay, interesting. Okay, so many models, what I'm saying? So you got a lot of eyeballs to do, a lot of cross-referencing Amazon, and you're going to the spreadsheet and you're taking notes, and in the notes section, you're dropping links to Alibaba listings, and you're taking notes on them. By the way, to add a note, you can do right click and then insert note. So this listing, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, you're diving deep, and let's say you have a unique idea, like spill proof, blah blah blah, some idea. And one place to get ideas is reading reviews. So on Amazon, let's just go to the top one, spill proof, I don't know, whatever. Just click it and look at the negative reviews and see what people are saying about what's bad about it, and potentially fix that thing. This coffee mug, it's not the best idea, because it's like, how much can you improve a coffee mug? Like, really? Like, it just holds your fucking liquid, like, how much can you really improve a coffee mug other than like just having the design be a little bit different? You know what I'm saying? So this is a bad example, but there's tons of coffee mugs with, like, okay, the shape is a little bit different. Okay, the flip up is a little bit different. Like, does it have the same function? That's what you need to think of. Does it have the same function? That's really what we care about. So something that really has a different function is those coffee mugs that have the suction cup on the bottom. You guys know what I'm saying? So when you try to knock it over, it won't fall over. So I'm not seeing those here, but you guys know what I mean. That's an idea that crushes. You know what I'm saying? So let's say we found that on Alibaba, and let's say you saw that, you know, on some Instagram ad. Then you would search that uh, mug spill proof, spill proof. I think just spill proof cup. So if something is a brand new thing, and let's say you're seeing it, saw it on an Instagram ad or something, and it's one of these um, spill proof mugs or something, and you see it on Alibaba and it's not yet on Amazon, that's a potential first mover move. That's definitely something to look into. But ideally, we see something on Alibaba and we're gonna like combine two different things. So let's say we get the bottom to have the suction cuff piece, but at the top, it's gonna have a top that's combined from some other type of model. So we're gonna do like a Frankenstein, like a 2-in-1, some sort of idea that would make your product not the same as one of these exact listings on Alibaba. You get me? So yeah, so that's step 7. You have your top 5 and you're going even deeper and you're trying to come up with a unique differentiator, you know, that can be a few different things, you know, adding a unique functional feature. That's ideal. Another way is improving the quality. So you're looking on page 1 for this sub niche keyword. If there's no one that has like a really premium option, that's another way of differentiation. So like becoming the iPhone of your sub niche. Let's say everyone just has like really cheap plastic, you know, spill proof coffee mugs. Come out with yours. Be the first one to be stainless steel, like totally premium branding, and charge way more. Is there an opportunity to be the premium, most expensive option? That has worked for me in the past, and it's worked for a lot of guys. Be that premium player, because there's always a certain subsection of shoppers who always get the most expensive one, because they are people who have money. They don't care. They just want to buy the most expensive one because it's going to be the best. So yeah. And then step 8, you're narrowed it down to your top 1 or top 3, depending. If you have a solid choice, okay, eliminate the other ones. Just go for your top 1 and get to ordering samples. So you're on Alibaba, you're searching around, you click message supplier here. So obviously you want to find the most unique and best model, you know, that goes along with your idea. And then you click contact supplier and it brings you to the contact page. And you send a message like, hey, I'm Riley Bennett. I am the CEO of X company name. And we're interested in a sample of this product. And you can add my company name. We do you know, e-commerce. We do online marketing in the US. Interested in a sample of this product? Please provide me what is the price for a sample of this, and then send inquiries, send messages to as many suppliers as you can for models that you like and that you could potentially work with. So ideally, again, we take one of the models that they have and we ask them to customize it in some way. But at first, you don't need to ask that at first. Just ask them. They tell them that you need a sample, and if they're responsive, then you can ask them about if they can do customization later. But first, just get them to reply first. Okay, here it is. I found it. Here's the one that doesn't fall over. Never spill. So this is very interesting. So this never spill one is a sub niche within a niche within a niche. So let's type in never spill. Never spill. Never spill mug. And yeah, there it is right there. That's the unspillable. Okay, got one there, there. So, okay. So one idea would be, what if you take the top selling stainless steel one and you added a suction cup never spill to the bottom? That's an idea right there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I don't see that. So obviously that would take some customization. It may take a a new mold, but that's why we're in business. We're here to investigate, and it's looking like all of them are by Mighty Mug. So my first hunch is these guys might have a patent on this. So do your patent research, go on the USPTO and search for this, because it looks like the brand Mighty Mug is the only one that has that. So do your quick patent research, search it. If they have the patent on that, then delete it and never forget it and never think about it again. You know what I'm saying? Don't get all wrapped up in these ideas. Boom, cross it out, on to the next one. The never spill would be like, it would be like down here, search volume would be whatever it is, and then you would say no, has patent. Okay, to me that looks very clear they have a patent, because there would be way more other guys selling that suction cup thing, because that's a great idea. But hey, those are the kind of ideas that, if you have those ideas, like Jerry did, he came up with a unique thing. He had a desire. I keep spilling my shit on my computer. How can I make it never spill? Oh, you invent that suction cup thing. Boom, do some drawing. That's a whole nother business model that I plan on doing in the future, is actually patenting unique things, getting them made totally custom, and doing that route. But that requires bigger startup capital, and it's a more risk, because more startup capital, more risk, and it's a new idea. You don't know if it's going to catch on, or if the demand is going to be really as big. That's a whole nother business model that many companies do. But to start, especially as a starting entrepreneur, that's why we're doing this reverse engineering SEO method. We're taking existing keywords and we're putting products that are slightly unique in front of those. We're reverse engineering. That's the easiest, quickest way to get started in 90 days. If you were to invent your own thing and have to draw it up and patent and that whole thing, you're talking like over a year, or two. You know what I'm saying? So this whole business model is to make money fast. There's no such thing as make money overnight, but this is one of the quickest ways. And you're not going to, of course, make money in 90 days. It's going to take, months after that for your listing to gain traction. But within 6 months, my first product was making money. My first successful product was making $1,000 a month, within 6 months of starting research. So can be done. So there's my spiel on that. So you're ordering samples, ideally multiple suppliers and multiple samples, multiple different models per supplier, because when you click on them, boop, 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 boop. So this Alibaba supplier is selling this one. This doesn't mean automatically that there's no patent, because as Jerry was saying at the Q&A before this, their Chinese don't really adhere to American patents. So, but this is interesting, guys. I would look into it. I didn't see this on Amazon. So very interesting right there. Very interesting. But yeah, you're ordering samples, and what was I going to do? Yeah. So you click on their company name, and where's their company name? Oh yeah, right here. And you can see what other models they have. They might have slight variations. see what else they have. Okay, their company. Okay, nice cubicle, guys. And okay, is that the same model? Anyway, so yeah, be like, hey, while you're at it, also send me one of these. Also send me, holy shit, look at that collapsible one. Also send me, so this is what I mean by multiple samples from multiple suppliers. And they send the samples just to your home address. Just give them your home address. And it takes about a week. And always negotiate. Say, get them to deduct that shipping, that sample fee from your first order. Say, you will please confirm that you can deduct the shipping cost when we place our first order. So simple negotiation tactics, and watch our expert series webinar with Steven Selikoff, the supplier negotiations expert. Or go with a sourcing agent, and we can recommend our sourcing agent as well, where they handle all the negotiations and they're looking for different models. You can even tell them your idea and they can go try to piece it together for you. So yeah, and then when the samples arrive, test them thoroughly. Make sure it doesn't break. Make sure it does what it says. Make sure, picture yourself as an Amazon customer. Like I'm doing it right now with my coffee mug. It's closed and I'm shaking it upside down as hard as I can. And I'm making sure no liquid comes out. And this one's from Starbucks, so it's really good, which is a private label product, by the way, 1,000,000%. They just put the Starbucks logo on it. And test it, look at common reviews on different coffee mugs and make sure that it doesn't have those same issues. The cap's not going to come loose, and test it, put it through the ringer. And step 9, after you've chosen, you have a clear winner, and then place your small test order. And I like to say, ideally keep this around 2K or less. It's just standard business. Try to reduce the risk of your first investment here. And many suppliers are going to have a MOQ, which stands for minimum order quantity. So just the brief spiel, Steven's spiel on getting around this MOQ is, what I like to say is ask for a quotation for their MOQ. Let's say it's 1,000 pieces. Say, yes, we're interested in 1,000 pieces. What is your FOB price, which means freight on board, which means to get the inventory all the way to the freight forwarder. And then they'll give you a nice quote and then say, okay, great, we're very interested, blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, you should negotiate on that price. You should say, just watch Steven Selikoff's expert webinar, ask them if they can do a better price, use negotiation. And then after that, after you've secured a great price for their MOQ, say, basically, okay, everything sounds great, but before we place this order, we need to verify the quality with a small test order. Also say, we're not sure if this is going to sell, so we need to verify this product or verify the quality, whatever makes sense. And then wait, and they'll come back and they'll say either they can't do it, or they'll be very firm, and then say, okay, let's say they can't do, just 200 units, for example. Ask them, what is the surcharge to go below your 200, to go below the MOQ? What is the surcharge? And if they give you the surcharge is, X dollars or X cents extra, say, first of all, ask them, is that the best you can do? Negotiate that down, and then say, okay, sounds good. Can we apply this surcharge to our next order? That's it right there. Negotiate to apply the below MOQ surcharge towards your next order. And he says that this works a lot of the time. So that's that little trick to order below their MOQ. For example, this company here looks like their MOQ is 200 units. not too bad, you know, so you're looking at about 1,200, but I would definitely negotiate and see if they can do just 100. Then you're spending only like $600 in 684 bucks instead of 1,200. So I would definitely start with that, as small as possible. Of course, with leaving room for some giveaways. I always give away 20 units at the very beginning to make sure I can get 10 reviews ASAP. And my giveaway strategy is by doing free after rebate giveaways using various things. You can ask me about that later. I have other videos about that. And then, yeah, let's see. Yep, negotiation tactics or a sourcing agent. And then, of course, the private labeling process involves putting your logo on it. So send them your logo file, send them your packaging file, and also inside your seller account, you're going to send them your FBA barcode. You get that inside your seller account when you create the listing. Obviously, have a designer do your logo and packaging. Work with them on the packaging. Also, quick tip: check or sell.amazon.com/pricing and look at the packaging, dimensions, and make sure that you know, for example, our product, we made our box just smaller by like 1 centimeter, and it saved us a bunch of money because it put us in the next category, the next smaller category. So the fees are based on a size. So it put us in that next smaller size and saved us 80 cents per unit, which is going to save us like around $1,000 a month, more than that. So yeah, check that. And then step 10, you're listing on Amazon. Of course, you've already signed up for your account at sell.amazon.com. You write the listing, you get the photo shoot done, you get a video done. And I recommend getting these done by professionals because this is your house, this is your real estate, this is your hotel. You know, a good video, good photos, and good listing, a copy is going to increase your conversion rate by a few points. So that's, let's say, one sale a day, one extra sale a day. Let's say you make $5 profit per sale. That's an extra $150 a month. That's an extra over $1,000 a year just by getting your copy, photos, and video done. And that's the very minimum. I would say it would increase your profit by thousands per year. Step 11, launch. Do some giveaways like blasting to large email lists. I have a contact for this. You can do some Facebook, Instagram ads if you have a sweet video, rebate sites like Rebate and Rebate Key. And of course, after you have 2+ reviews, run those Amazon ads, which is sponsored placement, boosts you up to the top of keywords of your choice. And a good starting budget for that, I would say, is depends on how competitive your keyword is, but $20 a day. And you can put this on your debit card or credit card. You're going to need that for your account anyway. Keep that in mind. And for the first few months, you know, depending on how many reviews come in, how fast, those ads may be breaking even or maybe even losing a little bit of money. So keep that in mind. But of course, if your product's doing well, you put in $1 of ads and you get back, you know, $1.50, for example. So it's going to make you money, you know, ideally in the long run. And if it's not making you money with the sponsored placement, that means your listing's not converting, which means your product may not be unique enough or not good enough. And then step 12, collect biweekly deposits into your bank account from Amazon and repeat for the next product. And yeah, this is kind of going over. Yeah, so the other thing that most other Amazon sellers do is they don't know how to build relationships with your supplier. This is huge. I've even visited my factory. Payman knows all about this. He lived in China. It's all about building that relationship to get that price down and have them take special care of you and have them, you know, go above and beyond to make your product, you know, unique and work with you. That's a huge thing that that we do and that we emphasize in our program. Let's see, what else do we have? kind of going over all this. We customize. And at the end, here's my little graphic of kind of our philosophy here. This Amazon hacking, synergistic value stacking. So we do the research different, everything I just said. We do the sourcing different. We're making customizations. We're doing the listing different because, I got the tips, tricks, and hacks to make it way better than everyone else. And we have these secret launch strategies. No one is using actually the strategy that I'm doing with this huge email list blast that gets you verified reviews very, very fast. So everything together, it's like an unfair advantage. You know what I'm saying? So, best part, you can rinse and repeat. And here's my little graphic about upward spiral. Just basically the story of my life. After my first Amazon product, was successful and I was able to leave my job full time, so many more things just came into my life because quitting my job was that first big step that freed up my time, that allowed me to basically be more happy and be in a more positive vibration, which brings more positive vibrations back into your life. I'm able to pursue my passion projects like travel vlog, like teaching, like being able to visit 30 countries, like being in better shape, being, tan, being able to live in a tropical place, sunny place year round, all that good stuff. But plenty more philosophy I could get into, but that's our product research kind of breakdown. And of course, you can get this ebook or cheat sheet inside of my ebook, FBA. livingthatlife.com/FBA-ebook. Boom. Are you guys still there? Can you hear me? That was a long one, but a goodie. Payman, are you there? He's getting paid, man. Didi, you're still there, right? Anyway, that is it, guys. Of course, if you want to learn more, let's go back into my screen. Of course, I'll end on this. I'll end it on this. Of course, if you want to learn more, you are invited to join us for the next round of the 90-day FBA challenge. So the 90-day FBA challenge basically is our new 90-day accelerator program, weekly accountability, Zoom calls, just like this. We're hanging out. You guys are asking me questions about your product idea. Everyone has weekly milestones, checklists that you're going to have for your product research process. Of course, it's also my updated 2020 video course. So yeah, it's this whole course, tons of videos, and just like what I did today, screen share, deep dives using Jungle Scout, going through, doing product research, tons of videos on this, whole section on sourcing, whole section on branding, tons of videos on Seller Central, tons of videos, updated videos on product launch, PPC, ongoing maintenance, and then bonus off Amazon marketing. So it's that whole course, brand new updated course. It's also my 90-day step-by-step checklist, which I'll get to in a second. It's also all my proven PDF templates, access to my personal network of investors, lawyers, freelancers, sourcing agents, freight forwarder, and a system of accountability. It's basically everyone who joins this accelerator. It's our basically mission to have as close to as possible 100% success rate of that one milestone, and that's getting a product on Amazon in 90 days. That's the most important thing, because most people who take ASM or some big popular Amazon course, not only do they don't even get through the course, they don't get all the way to launch. Launching your first product, that's the most important thing, guys. Most people don't even get there. So our goal is to hold your hand, have you check in every single week. Make sure you are putting in the work. Make sure you have checked off your weekly milestones that we have every single week inside the 90-day checklist. And we also have a Trello scoreboard. We are coaching and consulting you through this whole thing. High standards. So here are the links to sign up to get all these things. Here's a case study ebook. Here's a link directly to my product research cheat sheet. Link to sign up for Jungle Scout. What else do I want to show you? I want to show you the bonuses. Oh yeah. Product research or a 90-day checklist. Here's the 90-day checklist. Let me show you this. So it's an interactive checklist. As you can see on the right, interactive, collapsible, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all the way to week 12, and what you should do on day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's based on 5 days a week, 3 to 5 hours per day. Here is just one sample of the templates that I throw in there. This is a ManyChat flow / email follow-up for product inserts and reviews. Put this in your box and you will get more reviews. And you also build your email list. I charge clients $400 for this. So you're going to get that for free. My expert network. So for example, my sourcing agent, they can handle sourcing from A to Z. And my freight forwarder, Felipe, who actually just hit me on Instagram today, he told me that he switched to our freight forwarder and it has saved his business over 10K so far. He said they have way better rates than what he was using. So just right there is going to save you thousands of bucks. Of course, my expert freelancers, I'll give you guys connects to photographers, designers, PPC managers, people who have access to huge email lists who can blast your product out there to get quick reviews, do giveaways. Also, I know investors. I know investors who can give you startup capital and buyers who may be interested to buy your Amazon business down the road. Yes, you can flip your Amazon business just like a rental property for 20 to 30x monthly profit multiplier. And I also have a network of bloggers who have affiliate sites. They'll do a review on your product or feature it in like some top 10 list, get you that extra boost of traffic. That's a huge traffic right there. Lawyers and accountants and more. Payman, guys already know him. Skip that one. Again, here's what it is. Weekly mastermind Zoom calls, private members only Facebook and group chat, new video course, all these modules, 90-day checklist, proven PDF templates, sourcing agent, freight forwarding contact. Badoom, badoom, badoom. Bang, bang. So basically you can see why this is a huge deal, why we are going to be charging $5K for this in the future, because we know if there was an actual FBA school for $5K, people are going to be lining up. I mean, ASM is like $5K. Compared to real estate or stocks, if you were to invest $5K, you'd be lucky to get $25K in 3 years. With Amazon, people do it all the time. For example, my younger brother, he turned his $1,500 investment into over $300,000 of profit in just a few years. Unheard of. Unheard of. Amazon is one of the best businesses you can make today, which is why tons of big funds and business owners and investors are investing in FBA businesses. That's just facts, guys. That's just facts. Anyway, throw that in there. So anyways, yeah, you guys are welcome to join the next round of 90-day FBA. Link will be below, or just get in contact with us. There is a VIP option if you want, on top of the weekly group calls. If you want a one-on-one call weekly, there is a VIP option. So yeah. If you have questions, hit us up. But that's our new program. That's what we had. That's what we could have come. That's our best idea to help everyone get to that first major milestone, which is getting your first product live. Because most people who dream about FBA, dream about doing e-commerce, they never even get around to launch. That's why we're putting together this mastermind tribe. That's our thing. Here's Brandon. He's in it already.
I would tell them to join it. It's very thorough. You guys are on top of the Trello. You guys are on top of having everything organized. The videos are very comprehensive. And if we have any questions, we hop on a call once a week and get feedback. And so the calls are extremely valuable because we get feedback. Today's call was amazing. Thank you. But that's what I would tell them. There's nothing like this course because every other course I've taken, they kind of just give you the course and let you kind of figure it out. But this one, it's like you guys are really taking us by the hand and you guys are making sure we are successful.
When I started the program, I kind of compared it to like college, where you have a lecture and they give you the notes, but it's not like you just get the notes and just like throw you in there like, okay, go, find the product, or kind of like at first that's kind of what I sort of was expecting, and I was gonna have to be rumbling around, but it's really nice that you guys like take the time and patient, like just really sharing your knowledge and information. It's not just about like the money, so it's like it's way past that, and I really appreciate it.
My thoughts on the course, like if someone were to ask me like how's it going, or what you think so far, I would say that I would recommend everyone to do it. Like I decided 2020 was a year where I was gonna just take every opportunity that came my way, and I'm happy that I did. I have learned so much already just from reviewing the course material, from these group conversations that we have in the week. I really like that you two are here for supporting us and for really guiding us. I appreciate all the extra sort of things that you do as well, like the webinars. So it's a lot more than I expected, like in terms of value. It's not something easy to do, this FBA slash thing, I guess, this sort of venture. There's a lot of sort of moving parts, there's a lot of details, there's a lot of vocabulary, and but I like the course does cover it all. And if it doesn't, it'll come up during the group chat, or it's like y'all are proactive on sort of following up and providing whatever is missing. Like I've been into e-commerce, so I've taken other e-commerce courses. Really like that FBA is like sort of a small group setting, like it's kind of like in college where you take that giant class, like 200 people, and like you don't really, it's like you take the class, but if you don't have any one-on-one time with the professor, and here you do get that one-on-one time. So I really like that. And then it's also like, I guess, more proactive than college, because like in college, like, yeah, if you don't do the work, like you still paid for it, but like it's like no one's there to hold you accountable. But I feel like you guys do hold us accountable.
For this specifically, yeah, it's nice having the one-on-one plus the course, where like you might have friends doing the same thing or doing a similar model, but bugging them 24/7 is definitely something you not want to do, and definitely something they don't want to spend their time doing. So I think it's valuable in that way.
Yeah. So yeah, it's weekly calls, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Holding your hand through the whole way. If you want to join our mastermind tribe, honestly, it's at a very, very reasonable price right now. In the future, we're going to be tuition is going to be closer to $5-10K. Right now, it's much less than that. So just being 100 with you, these are still early days, but we know we get results from this because students are already doing it and they're already flying. So yeah, it's at a very low price because we want to get basically as many case studies as we can, as quickly as we can. And then we're going to come back and it's going to be very, very exclusive, closer to the price of real college. You know, because if you compare this to actual college, you know, this should be more expensive, at least the same or more expensive, because regular college, they teach you how to get a job. With this, it teaches you how to never need a job. So what would you pay more for? So I consider this basically free. It's totally just the bonuses that we give you. I charge clients money for all that. So all the bonuses and resources in there basically pay for the tuition itself. If I'm being 100 with you, we just want to get people in to get hella success stories for our school. Then we can grow our school. You know, you guys will tell your friends. You're going to refer people to our school. We'll be able to hire more employees, get the word out there, create more independent entrepreneurs, which are the leaders of our society and our world, which will help make the world a better place. Creating more independent entrepreneurs. That is our mission, as well as helping people just travel the world, because this world's freaking awesome. And you got to travel the world. You got to come out here, explore Thailand, explore Bali. The world is so amazing. And doing this thing that I just explained allows you to do that. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 products going. Oh man, it's just going to pay for you. It's going to pay for your whole life, pay for you to travel. And you can do this whole thing, just a laptop and Wi-Fi. And Elon Musk is bringing Starlink to the whole world. So you could be in the Himalayan mountains. You could be in the middle of the ocean nowadays. We are barreling into a digital future, and it is just getting started. These are still very early days in the internet and in online shopping. You know, people that say it's too late. Oh my God. It may be too late for your kids or your grandkids. They may need to do something different, but this is the first generation in history. We're talking right now. We are the first generation in history to ever use the internet in our daily lives and to ever use Amazon.com. This is step one. Step one. This is Amazon basically just opened in the big picture. Secure your real estate now. Collect cash flow. It's not that complicated, guys. Come on. You know, you're welcome to totally do it yourself. I just explained it. Get my ebook. Everything's in there. But if you want to jump on a call weekly with us so we can help you do it every week as you go through with a group of other people doing the same thing week after week, get in touch. We'll talk. All right. Sounds good. Hope to talk to you soon. And peace. See ya, hopefully in the first Zoom call. Peace.